Hey yo, we not here about an SOL. We here to teach you to express yourself like that.
Trying to get me all stuck in the zone. Trying to understand how I rock the microphone.
Today we're going to learn about a high school program that functions as a recording studio and creative hub where students of all interests and backgrounds work together to create music and art. Join us as we visit Albemarle High School's A3 house. Come on.
Elastic.
Check.
We aren't the same anymore. It was fun while it lasted. Our time together was so fantastic.
The mission here at A3 House is to help students identify who they are and to pursue their passion by creating a vision to serve a purpose. In a broader sense, I think the vision is to take this model and solidify it and make it a permanent fixture in this school, and also to plant it in other schools in this county, in the state, and across the nation. And that's not tongue-in-cheek. Like, I really honestly believe that we can make this a part of every school because it's that effective in helping students reach their purpose and identity.
And you've spoken in the past about the importance of authentic experience as part of why you teach the way you teach. Talk about that.
Well, when I was in school, I always felt like there was no authenticity. I felt like every time I was given an assignment or a test, it was always like trying to almost trick me into learning something, almost like a gimmick, like, hey, let's throw some hip hop on top of this chemistry project. It takes the authenticity away because it needs to be centered on what that individual student is interested in actual reality for them personally, and not trying to use it to get them to buy into something else, using it to get them to buy into themselves.
So Bernard, give me examples of how you're doing that in the classroom.
So for instance, we created a record label model which basically gave every student a role and a goal. So me and Mr. Dickerson sat down and we went through all the students and said, okay, what have we observed about, say for instance, Anijah? You know, what is she interested in? What is she really good at? And so we set them up for success. You know, we say, okay, you're good at this, you do this a lot, so why don't we just create the project around that, so when you engage that project, you feel a sense of confidence, self-worth that says, hey, I pretty much destroyed this project, you know? They pretty much tailor-made it for me, and I feel really good about it. So part of it is kind of for our own benefit. It's like, hey, if I can get the ball rolling and you just go, I don't have to like keep after you. So create autonomy within students by allowing them to self-engage.
Her voice inside screams out, she's a warrior, a fighter, and a survivor.
It's just roam free, do what you want, ask for help if you need it, and then other than that, you're just set free. And I like it because it's like, it's unique. It's not like your normal talk class.
Having a hip hop tournament at my school is really amazing, and it's exciting because I think we're like the first school in Charlottesville that has this thing going on, and it's just really cool.
My favorite part of being in this class is probably Mr. Dickerson. He's a great teacher. You learn more than technology in here, because I've learned so much from him that's not have anything to do with technology. And he's like my role model. So.
You like to collaborate within genres, within the arts, and so the students work on projects all year long. Sometimes they collaborate outside of the classroom with other classrooms. Talk about that.
Well, I think the great thing with the record label model, now that you know, oh, I have a graphic designer over here and a videographer in that class, I need a music video. So it created a natural context for people to be able to work together, because now you're aware of these other talents that are available to you.
I always wanted it to be a program that was open to all forms of creativity: painting, photography, music, and dance. Any creative art form, it was open to that art form. And then when it became accredited classes, there was like this pressure that was applied that was like, oh, it's a class now, it needs to be taken seriously, so we have to create this curriculum where it's like you learn how to record on the microphone day one, and then you learn how to use a MIDI controller, and then you learn how to apply audio effects. So it like had this like rigidness, but then it was like, we have so many different talents, why not create a record label because that's something that's familiar, and I think that is the structure that it needed, but then you still could have them pursuing their personal passions and their talents without the rigid test taking and assignments and all that teacher stuff.
Life is neither happy nor sad, in fact.
So as the teachers, as the instructors, what are your roles at the label?
Well, we're not teachers. I mean, we are teachers.
But what are you at the label?
I'm the chief creative officer.
Okay.
I'm the director of vision and dreaming.
And our other cohort was Mr. P. He was the primary instigator.
Say his full name, though, so everybody knows who we're talking about.
Trevor Bwiseze.
Thank you, who's also a teacher here.
He's been a teacher here for a while,
yeah.
doing TV production.
Yeah,
and
right.
He was an inspiration to me last year because I was seeing how he was working with his film kids, and I was like, okay, so there's some advantage to sort of putting kids in a work environment,
yeah.
allowing them to still have fun and play.
Everybody's just wait. Yeah.
The label, it's like really enjoyable for all the students because most of us want record deals when we grow up, so having like something here just like for that, it just feels, good.
We have a lot of collaboration. Other people don't know something, other people come in to help and they learn stuff in the process. It's like kind of like a family. Like we all come in here, we collab on stuff. Like it's cool.
Yeah, I am the first person to come to 83 House. I mean, that's just the work I put in, the effort, how much I love music. That's why I'm the first one to come in.
Just recently, you all had a huge showcase of everything that the label's been working on at Ix Art Park. Talk about that.
I think the showcase worked out the way it did because we did have so much authentic buy-in from the members of the record label. And we had tried showcases in the past, but it was more of this like talent show format, but we really wanted to create this environment that was more like a festival where you could move around and go to different places and see different things and explore different art and touch and move and hear and eat. Yeah. And experience, like have an immersive experience. And also it was reflective of how we teach the class because the visitors at the showcase, they were not required to be at any one place at any one time. They weren't required to listen to anything. They could roam freely and pursue their interests as observers.
And like he says festival, I forgot this was a school event. And it made me just have this new vision for, we're saying education. I was like, why isn't education festive? Why isn't it people setting up tables and making beats and showing crafts and performing and you're learning through doing?
83 House is where the magic happens. All the music cooking is where it happens.
Just makes school fun. I get a grade for doing something I love that I don't think I could see myself doing anything else. So it's a good feeling.
When I learned how to produce, how to record, and how to make music, I learned that the certain steps you have to take are not something that can be taught, but something that has to be experienced. Not every setting is the same, and each song is a new lesson to be learned from the last one.
When the students are creating in the classroom, what are the rules? So if you're dealing with songwriting, if you're dealing with hip hop, is there censorship, no censorship? How do you deal with that with teenagers?
All right, so we have something in place. It's sort of our charter called AMP, and that stands for Authentic Artistry, Meaningfulness, and Polished Production. And so with AMP, students are encouraged to produce art that is from them and is a true, authentic representation of who they are or where they are in life. And so the idea is not to censor, or I wouldn't even call them rules. It's not like a rule, like you can't do this, but it's just like a reminder. It's a guide to say, if you are doing something, if you are making some music or making poetry or painting, remember, like, is this from your identity? Are you representing yourself? Are you representing someone else's experience? And so this space is actually designed to create a safe environment to put yourself out there, but they're also building that security to withstand criticism, to withstand people talking about it, to withstand cameras. And so it's about building security in your identity.
So all year I've just been trying to at least make one song that I like really enjoy and like, because I make a lot of music and it's just like, no. So That's what I've been trying to do, is maybe like make an EP so I could like put it out on SoundCloud.
We're just making songs, we're just writing and just working hard every day. And asking him for help, Mr. H, y'all might know him already, so yeah, he's always on me, so yeah, just learning every day.
I feel like if I don't have anything hands-on, it's like I never really learn anything. So now I know how to set up the microphones when I want to record. I know how to set up other people's microphones when they want to record, set up the headphones, set up the actual screens and everything. So I feel like it's important to do hands-on work, because if you don't, I feel like you don't really learn much.
So what do you want your students to take with them? What is most important to you all that they take with them throughout the year and then when they go off into the big wide world?
Got this from Bernard Hankins, identity. If you walk away from this program with identity, then I think that you can apply that understanding of yourself to almost any task, any challenge, any hurdle, any vision. You must know who you are, and I think that's what we're doing with kids. We're trying to show them, hey, like, you are an individual. You have a very uniquely designed gift that you can use to do absolutely anything.
And I think connected to that identity is the sense of self-worth. You know, the amount of skills doesn't matter if you don't have that, what I call life confidence.
Yeah.
You know, you have the day-to-day confidence, but you have the overall sense that I can do something in life. So I think when people just, you know, walk away, I mean, honestly, it's feeling loved. Like, these people thought about me and cared about me, feeling human. You know, feeling ultimately human, I think is what, if you were to sum it up, feel human.
I run to this class. I'm like, I'm going to class. I'm happy. This is my happy place. This is where I want to be at for the rest of the day.
A3 House is amazing. Put it that way. A3 House is amazing. You even want to get up in the morning at 6:20 to walk to school, just like me. So that's how fun it is. So
hip hop was made from jazz, and then jazz was created from the blues, and blues was created from African drumming, and so on and so on. So it's just seeing the evolution of music and referencing the past in order to make the future music is amazing to me.
I'll turn the lights back on now, watching, as the credits all roll down, crying. You know we're playing to a full house.